Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Gravinder, Vladi, Papagnush, Christian, Optimus, Ginger, Yash, what's going on, boys? How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a good day. The day started off very choppy. But I gave you guys one number yesterday on SPX. Yesterday pre-market I gave you 45.20, and if you zoom out, look at this 45.20. It's an absolute menace, guys. So we came back, and why did I say that? Look at the amount of volume that we have here at 45.20 and around here. That's all either bears defending this level or bulls waiting to buy above it. So that's why this level is so big. What's up, Harpreet? How you doing? And you guys seen how big it was. I mean, this morning we came down, or actually this is even from last week, Thursday. We came down right around it. We held right at the level. So it started becoming a sticky point. It was support before, became resistance, got through it once, faked everyone out here, came back down one, two, three, and the fourth time we finally got above it. And this is still not a clear breakout. What's going on, Nick? How you doing? Yeah, Vlad, it's you and your microphone or headset. We've seen it many times on Discord. So it took four times, finally broke it out. But at the end of the day, we did pull back. We closed right at 45, 20, 36. So not a very clear sign of a breakout. But we did close above it. That was the only thing we needed, was a close above it. We closed above the level, and let's see where we open tomorrow. This close above 45.20. What's up, Harish? Well done, brother. This close above 45.20 does give the edge to the bulls. Let's see if we get a gap up tomorrow morning. If we go back underneath the level, you guys know it's going to be very hard level again. So just keep an eye on that 45.20 SPX level. Very key. For now, the bulls did win the battle at the end of the day there. We took over. Well, not we've been in puts too, but what we wanted to see happened. Yesterday's low was 445.85 on SPY. Today's low was 445.22. So we did have a bullish engulfing day. What does this mean? That means yesterday's candle, like I said, it was just an inside candle from February 4th. Yesterday was just an inside candle. So Friday's candle completely outside. Monday's candle inside day. Yesterday we had to see were the bulls going to win the battle or the bears were going to win the battle. If you guys watch inside candles, it just means bulls and bears don't know where the stock's going. They fight for it. And today, definitely, we took out yesterday's low, and then we closed over yesterday's high, which is super key. 447.26 was the close yesterday. Today, we closed at 450. So the bulls won round one. We're still within Friday's candle. So this is the main levels you need to be watching on Friday's candles. Friday's low and Friday's high are the new steps now. Friday's high was 452.78. We will feel more resistance up there. But for right now, we have broken the first candle bullish. If tomorrow we take over 452.78, that's a super bullish sign. That means we go right back to this 457, 458 resistance that we were talking about last week. So right now, short-term bulls have won the battle. Tomorrow, we will see where we open. Most likely, we will gap up. But let's see. QQQ is the exact same story almost. The only difference being we did not break yesterday's high on QQQ. So again, just four almost sideways candles. QQQ still looking for directions. We took out yesterday's low, but the difference is yesterday we closed near the low of the day. Today we closed near the high of the day. So the biggest level on QQQ right now is 360. If we get over 360 tomorrow, same story as SPY. It's a bullish breakout and the bulls get back in control. We need over 360 on QQQ. And I have written down here support by around 350-ish. 350 never traded for a while, so let's see tomorrow. XLF has definitely been hanging us up. Like, we've been being held up by XLF. If you guys look at this chart, since last Thursday, it's been straight up in a line, just kind of consolidating higher, consolidating higher, consolidating higher, over and over. So financials are definitely the strongest index right now. If you look at a daily chart even, you can see it right from the bottom. It's just been green days all the way up, and we are making our ways back to high. All-time highs would be around 41.70, and it looks like we want to go test it right now. Let's see how far XLF can go, but right now we are a little bit extended. I would stay away from long calls on financials for right now, as QQQ names have a lot more room to the upside if we do turn bullish. IWM also showing strength. So this morning was a great call. So what would the thing was this morning was QQQ and SPY were falling. But IWM and XLF were strong. So when QQQ was falling back here, IWM was actually holding very well. So that should tell you that's not bearish. If one sector is falling and the other sector is staying up, like IWM didn't even lose the low of the day here, where QQQ and SPY, they went almost straight down and they lost their lows right off the bat today. Zoom out a little bit. So they lost their lows right off the open almost, whereas IWM did not lose that low ever all day. So that tells me that people are selling their tech to rotate into small caps and financials. Financials was the same thing if you look on the intraday chart. I don't think we lost the lows off the open there. See, we didn't. We just started gradually going up. So IWM, same thing, gradually going up. Whereas QQQ and SPY were losing lows right off the bat. So that tells me SPY or tech buyers were busy buying small caps today. They're buying the weakest index. That's not bearish. That's market rotation. That happens in a bull market. So let's see if we get continued strength tomorrow. SPX 4520 is all you really need to watch. If you guys look at ES, have some levels here for ES. As long as we're above this 4,500, above 4,500 on ES is 4,500 is the pivot. As long as we're above there, you lean bullish. As long as we're below there, you lean bearish. And a big bull breakout would be 4,570 on ES, and a big bear breakout would be 4,420 on ES. So right now, that's why the market's so tricky and we're not swing trading yet. Because above 4570 on ES, we can take bull swings with confidence. Below 4420, we can take bear swings with confidence. Right now, we're just chopping around the pivot zone. The pivot zone's around 4500. And as soon as we get a direction, that's when we can start jumping in equity or in long swings again. VIX has still not negated the pattern that I talk about. It does look very, very weak. It was a low, a lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low again. And now we need to go and take out this high of 39 if we want to continue this uptrend on VIX. If we want to negate this daily uptrend by the bulls, we have to go and take out this low of $20.50. Under $20.50, the VIX will come down, cool off, and SPY can start making its way back up. So that's a key number you need to watch on VIX is $20.50, which would negate the higher low pattern that we've been seeing by the bulls. The yields are absolutely firing off, so this is definitely not a comfortable market yet. When yields are up, usually tech and growth suffer. Right now, honestly, I have no idea what's going on. This is just normally the yields. We have taken out levels since 2019, guys. Like December and November of 2019 was the last time we seen yields at this level. And usually it's really bad for growth and tech, but right now it's all kind of mixed up and we need to follow price action over everything. Just because this usually happens, I mean, you guys seen SE today, you've seen Doc in the last 2 days. Those are pure growth names and they're ripping up while yields are at highs of the year. So it's not making sense, but price action is telling us it goes up, so we must follow the price action. Bitcoin here, I told you guys it was popping. I gave you guys a resistance yesterday on Bitcoin at 43,175-ish. 43,175 was a pivot point. If you guys scroll out, maybe go to the hourly or something. Let me just show you this here. So we had this long consolidation after a huge run on Bitcoin, right? Came up, tested the resistance first time, said no. Second time, ripped through, came back down. The retest failed on the hourly. So the retest went right back below. But then right after that, we ripped right back up in the last hour of trading today, or last 2 hours of trading today. We were just kind of knocking on our door under there, and then finally we ripped up at the end of the day. That also caused the market to go up, I believe. And HK took advantage of my comment about Bitcoin going parabolic. Parabolic meaning that, I mean, my chart was kind of extended when I seen it, but it went straight from down here, straight through the resistance and straight up. So called it parabolic. Just pay attention to those comments like HK did. He caught Tesla calls off that and he made some money. So congrats, and very well done, HK. Other than that, I mean, Apple was super bullish today. Like, this is not a bearish pattern any way you look at it intraday. On the daily, I know we were looking for downside if we broke through the moving averages, but the fact of the matter is the 50-day, the 8-day, and the 21-day are right underneath Apple here. They're right underneath Apple where the price action is going, and those can act as big supports. So right now they're acting as supports. Looks like a beautiful bull flag breakout for now. Let's see if Apple can continue higher. Let me make this wider to show you guys even clearer. You guys can see it right here. Very big run up, we flagged, and now we are breaking it upside. So however you want to draw it, you can draw it horizontal, whatever. It's just a huge run up. Stock is consolidating, and now we broke through. A confirmation of the bull flag would be a break of this highest wick here, 176. So over 176, Apple can continue higher. Other than that, let's see how the market opens tomorrow. UPS, completely sideways day, nothing really here. Big dip yesterday where we bought our calls, went completely sideways. This is a weekly play, guys. You don't need to ask me about this every single day. Why do I say that? Because this is a weekly chart setup. Look at this long-term resistance since April of 2021. So we had a big inverse head and shoulders. We had great earnings, big volume, broke through the resistance, and now we're just consolidating. There's a rule someone taught me, one of my friends that's a really good trader. If a gap up happens, usually if it holds that gap up for the first 3 days, if it doesn't go back inside that gap in the first 3 days, the stock continues higher. So that's another reason I took UPS. And a great example of not buying a stock after earnings gap up is Google. Look, we gapped up. The second day we went back into that gap. The second day I told you guys I will be looking to buy Google maybe end of February or beginning of March for that split in July. Why did I say that? We lost the gap on the second day. There was no reason for me to buy it. But right now, Google dumped way faster than I expected. We did fill that whole gap from earnings. So Google has some upside potential here if the market starts going. Like I said, Apple held on to the bull flag. So if Apple starts going to Apple through 176 should be a clear sign that Google's playable. Just because their earnings were amazing, they got a split in July. I mean, it looks fantastic. Filled the whole gap and we closed above it. So let's see if Google can get some legs. The next level up is 2857. I will be watching this one closely. Nvidia, I jumped in 300 calls for March for 1.88, I think, or 1.9 or something. And they're for March, so I'm not planning on selling these. Why am I not planning on selling these? I told you guys after hours, their ARM acquisition did not go through. They were going to use all stock to buy that company, so that was going to dilute their stock. That's very bullish news for the stock. We have earnings on Feb 16th. We have a possible run up into earnings. You guys seen how killer AMD earnings were? They absolutely smashed it. Second of all, we have this bear flag. We were right at the bottom of the bear flag here, and we bounced nicely. We had a 251.50 resistance. We took that out, but we did not close above it. It's okay. Let's see if we can get there tomorrow. Right now, it looks like we caught the very bottom. If the market wants to run, this is going to go back to the top of the bear flag, at least to around 269, 270, if the market holds. If it wants to break out of the bear flag, we can go retest the lows, definitely. But for right now, it held the support. And let's see if we get a move back to our 270-ish area. If we get it quick, those 300 calls will be well over 200, 300% before expiry or earnings. SE, this was the trade of the week on the newsletters. I fumbled the bag early on this one, guys. I'm not going to lie. I called out the 170 calls yesterday. My average was around 360. I think they were trading over 5 today, so congrats if you held. It's playing out exactly how I've been going over on post-market this whole time. Why was it on the trade of the week? Clear downtrend break, clear low put in, lower high, higher low, and now we're putting in a higher high. The bulls are changing the trend back in the favor of the bulls here for SE. That was an amazing play. It's running. I mean, if Kathy Woods didn't buy it last night, I would still be in. I probably wouldn't even have taken profits. I probably would have taken profits at the 21-day moving average. I pointed out midday 164. 164 was a 21-day moving average, and if you guys see how it reacted off the 164, we got above it for about 15 minutes, and then it went right back down. So I told you guys take profits at 164. 164 hit about right here. So this was a candle that hit 164. We stayed right there for about 4 or 5 candles and then right back below. So I hope you guys took profit there. Other than that, it looks great. If it wants to continue going, it must break 164, and then it has room all the way to $200, guys. So SE, I will definitely be back in very soon. Keep an eye on that one. CRM, I've been pointing out for 2 weeks now, guys. I've been waiting for this pattern on CRM for a while. What pattern was that? Clear downtrend. We've been rejecting the 8-day every time. We got back above it, sucked in bulls, came back below it. I actually drew this. I swear, Kathy Woods is the worst luck in the stock market right now. There's hedge funds attacking her or something. So what I'm watching for on CRM, I showed you guys like almost a week and a half ago. We watched this form, we watched the head form, and then we were saying the right shoulder, when it forms, I'm going to jump in calls for feeler yesterday or something. I don't remember. But today we took some CRM, or yesterday, and we got in them March calls to include our earnings. I'm not sure if this is right, the March 1st, but we do have March 18th, 250 calls on CRM. If this head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders play CRM, chart set up perfectly. We've been waiting for it. We were patient. And I think we got in at the right time. We right now, short term, we need to close above 220 on CRM. Absolutely. What's going on here? Am I lagging? YouTube says I'm lagging. Whatever, we'll see. All right, so Tesla, we were just scalping all day, guys, because there was really just a bunch of chop in the market. We weren't over 45.20 on the SPX. We didn't have a bunch of stuff going in our favor, so we were just scalping all day. Tesla 919 was the pivot point that Goldman Sachs gave out this morning pre-market. So when we dumped underneath, me and Yash just kept hitting these 5-minute candles over and over and over again. I don't know why it's lagging. My trading view is not lagging. That's YouTube then. Over and over, we just hit these 5-minute candles for calls. We took the 950 calls around here at 916. We sold them at 919. Same thing again, same thing again, same thing over and over and over again. Finally broke through at the end of the day. Came back down. I think HK hit this candle. So 919 is a pivot. We closed above. I still am in $1,000 lotto calls. Let's see. If it is lagging, guys, after I'm done, it'll be posted on YouTube. There'll be no lag there, I believe. So just let's see what happens tomorrow. We have to see if we get a gap up. It was definitely bullish action today, though. Perry, 50-day moving average at 2183. We closed above the 50-day moving average, which is very bullish. This is the first time the daily candle has closed above the 50-day moving average since all the way back in November. So since November, first time we're closing above the 50-day moving average. Tomorrow morning is the earnings. That's the only thing that happened. Good earnings. The stock's going to rip. If they report bad earnings, the stock's going to dip. Like, there's nothing on the chart that I can show you. It's a very risky play, but Blitzkrieg has faith in it. I have faith in him, so I took some equity, not oversized. Dawkins. Let's see Dawkins. Dawkins, same play as SE, guys. It's a growth name. Yields are ripping. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, sorry. I don't know why. TradingView is working fine for me, but YouTube is kind of lagging. Again, the video will be posted after, and it won't have lag in there. So Dawkins, same story as SE. Clear downtrend. Finally got the low. Finally got a higher low right here. And now we're taking out the highs, which is confirming the daily trend change in the favor of the bulls. And for Dawkins here, we have a big move up possible all the way to 67.65. We have earnings coming up February 24th, and I'm waiting for this one to put in another higher low. As long as we hold above this low of 53.12 now, I think Dawkins has a daily uptrend starting here as well. First closes above 8-day moving averages and then 21-day moving averages in a long time. 21-day moving average, the last time we closed above it was November 19th. So we're trying to change the trend in favor of bulls now. If the market cooperates and we start ripping, I think all these stocks have a lot of upside. Dawkins, my target would be that 200-day moving average, which is at 67.65, and I think they'll have good earnings as well. So congratulations if you had a good day. If you didn't have a good day, it's complete chop market, guy. There's very hard swing trading right now. It's mostly just scalping, and when the market fixes itself, we'll have enough swings. Other than that, congrats on SE, congrats on NVIDIA, congrats on CRM, congrats on Tesla if you caught any of them, congrats on any other trade you had. We had a great day at MSL despite the market conditions, and let's see if we get a gap up and we get some bullish momentum in this market now so we can finally take some relaxing swings, man. Thank you guys for attending, and I'll see you tomorrow. No worries, Carlos. I'll see you tomorrow.